Welcome to Q Aquatics and Exotics. My name's Susie. Today we have a situation. So I'm going to start off so we can test the audio, and I'm going to head outside and be my own guest. Indulge.
Hey everybody, it's Susie Q and I'm here to show you just what I do. I have a passion for fish and exotics too, so come along with me, it's Susie Q. Hey everybody, it's Susie Q and I'm here to show you just what I do. I got a passion for fish and exotics too, so come along with me, it's Susie Q. Hey everybody, it's Susie Q and I'm here to show you just what I do. I have a passion for fish and exotics too, so come along with me, it's Susie Q. Hey everybody, it's Susie Q. Hey everybody, it's Susie Q. Na na, hey everybody, it's Susie Q, so come along with me. Said I'm Susie Q.
Well, there you go. Today I want to talk about saltwater and whether or not you're quarantined or not to quarantine. It's a little different than freshwater. But in the interim, my sink is backed up and my brother-in-law, the plumber, is here. So I'm going to invite, not you, Sophie, I'm going to invite my guest. So now I'm headed outside. So you guys are going to have to let me know if this is working. I put on a picture of my saltwater quarantine tank. Now I'm out front because there is so much noise in that house that I can't even hear myself. Now the problem is I don't see the chat. How are we going to resolve this if I can't see the chat? Let's see. I have to see the chat because I don't know if this is working. But anyway, I have a nice, say, 12-minute video of how it came to be that I got a whole lot of extra fish, a whole lot of saltwater fish, snails, crabs, clownfish, a beautiful, beautiful fish. Indulge me while I walk past the air conditioner into my backyard. Still feels like it's going to rain, but now while I'm on, I'm going to see if I can bring up YouTube. I don't know if this will work. I'm back. So that didn't work very well. The plumbers and John just went downstairs. I saw him by plumber. It's Kenny. You're not to scream, Sophie. While I have a chance. Oh my gosh, this is so funny. I keep telling you, not that button. I know, right? I pushed the button. The button. I called myself as a guest on my own live stream thinking I could go outside and talk, but then I couldn't see the chat. But I think I can play this video without any sound coming from me. So let's see. So my friend is on her way over with her saltwater. She's breaking down all her saltwater and she wants me to take care of it. So I am thrilled. So she's going to bring things over in piecemeal. It's a lot of stuff, she said. So I got to get ready. Do some rearranging. Yeah, doing some rearranging because what I'm thinking is she's also bringing over her 40-gallon breeder, which is what she had her saltwater in. I'm going to use that as a quarantine tank. Get things started that way. That way I can make sure everything is, you know, there's no bristleworms in the rocks, or she thinks she got them all. Oh, you don't like my camera and microphone setup, do you? And not only that, she brought over all her saltwater gear. She broke down all her saltwater. She's only going to keep fresh water. So this is exciting for me. So this is the tank that she brought over. It's a 40-gallon. This is what she had her saltwater tank in. She brought everything over, so I immediately set this up with fresh water, but used all the filter media, the rocks. Everything was still wet. It was probably 15 minutes. But I have all the fish and the corals over in my small nano tank. Let's go take a look. So I got a whole lot of new life in this tank. My girlfriend broke down her tank. I'm going to use this as a quarantine tank and a 40-gallon breeder. And we're going to get it set up next to our 75 bow front. I think it's a 74 bow front, but let's see who's going where. So here we have two beautiful black clownfish, cleaner wrasse. We got an urchin. We got, where are those crabs? Got a horseshoe crab and a sea hare, mushroom. Yes, I know you're not supposed to grow that greenery inside the tank, but I do because it's a nano tank and we are at our bio load. Look at that beautiful crab. See the crab? And right behind it is a sea hare. It's hard to see. Get it? It's hard to see. And where is the mandarin? Oh, there he is. Don't know if you can see that. There's the pistol shrimp and goby. Oh, goby just went away. I so wanted to talk during this, but life happens, so I'll see you guys in a few minutes outside. Let's keep watching this video. I mean, this was so kind of her to give me all these saltwater fish. You're just done with it. He's moving. He's moved off the rock. I don't think he liked where he was. And he keeps moving. That's so awesome. He's gonna go where he wants to go after the snail's done with him. Wow, why is that hair on him? Get off him. Get off him. I don't think he likes you on him. Silly parrot. I'm sorry. Everybody is still alive. He went from there all the way over. Now he's going back. Here's the crab. Where's the mandarin? He's in here. There's the goby. Oh, I hope you got him before he went away. There's the mandarin. Yep. So this is where the urchin settled on, and the mushroom seems to be very happy that I moved this stick into the middle of that rock. Pretty cool. Let's see, there's a lot of glare in here now. There's our puffer fish. We have some damsels, one clown, a beautiful Niger trigger, could be in the boat. And we have, one of the squirrelfish. Looks like a lined, big-eyed squirrelfish. I don't see her at this moment, but all this stuff right there, that's all reflection. Oh, there's the trigger. Look at that gorgeous Niger trigger. Oh my gosh. I absolutely love that. Where'd he go? Oh. Of course I spooked him. So now that I have some fish in this tank, these are my fish. And And I want everything to go through a quarantine period. Even the live rock. I want to keep it alive, and I want this to go through a quarantine period. And it's being filtered off of 2 hang on the back filters. But I think I need to get a better top on this so there's hardly any evaporation. Here's the tank all set up. I put a couple of fish in here and I'm doing the testing, and it looks like I have 0 ammonia, 0 nitrites, and just a little bit of nitrates. So I know this tank is fully cycled. Everything is working good. Now I just got to catch the clownfish and bring them over. The cleaning goby, I just got to start catching them and bringing them over.
Hello.
We're going to try this again.
Yeah, I hear you. Alright, we'll put it there.
So, let's see if this works, guys. I can see the chat now because I have my phone that is playing it on silent. I have my granddaughter's iPad for video. Holy cow. That's all I got to say is holy cow. Whew. So, what we're looking at is the quarantine tank. And what I was saying was, can you hear me? I'm going to wait till you see if you can hear me. Because I know there's a little bit of a delay. Wait, this an actual live stream? Yes, it is a live stream. It is a live stream that I recorded what happened this week with this saltwater tank so that I could talk about it on my live stream, because if she hadn't brought over all those live rock, a 40-gallon breeder, 4 filters, or she had 3 hang on the back filters that she was using. So I was able to plug everything in an instant aquarium. I don't know, how would people have a quarantine tank for saltwater if they didn't already have everything set up? I'm kind of confused on that. So did you see that mandarin? Oh my gosh. So, Freaky, you're saying yes, you can hear me? Good. Because I don't know, I'm using this earpiece and I don't know if I'm screaming, if I'm too loud, too soft. There's one fish that didn't make it so far, and it was the horseshoe crab. The horseshoe crab. Oh, the horseshoe crab didn't make it. Let me put this away. I can't hold anything in that hand. Okay. So good here. Okay. Oh, hello, Lefty. Matchup Swedish hockey injuries. Wait a minute. What? Lunatic, I cannot follow that. I've been wanting to do a saltwater for so long. Awesome. I love my saltwater tank. So we have the 74 bow front that I showed you, that the puffer fish. I think 1 damsel, 1 clownfish, and the Niger trig. And there's also a striped squirrelfish in there. So that was great. But she said she's breaking down her saltwater tank and wanted to give me everything to take care of. I'm like, what? Oh, hell yeah. But I started thinking, do people who have saltwater tanks actually quarantine their stuff? So if you got a fish, how are you going to put it in an aquarium, a saltwater aquarium, for 3-4 weeks or however long you quarantine for, unless you already have a spare saltwater tank set up? I'm just a little confused on that. Susan, do you have a room in your pond for 2 reddish sliders? Oh, so this pond here, let's see if we can see this. This pond here has 2 reddish sliders. This little tub, this 100-gallon, and they're small. One big, one small. I was going to take the big one and put it in the pond. This 100-gallon tub has 2 juvenile red ear sliders that somebody gave me. That's right here. So I don't know if I have room for two. I'm. It's so sad. It just makes me so sad because I know people get them and they can't house them after a while, especially when they get super big. And I don't know how well. I don't know if any of you guys have chickens that you keep indoors all the time. Like I don't know. I could do that and put fish in with it. Change the topic. I haven't heard anything about. So understand strict regulations. Don't know about that topic either. Is Lefty in the house? Hey, Lefty. I missed so many people in the beginning. So this was such a fun, such an absolute fun experience for me because first of all, she wanted me to take care of all of her saltwater fish and she doesn't want them back. She doesn't want to do saltwater anymore. So I'm gonna sit down here. I'm putting together a video about these stupid curse Chinese lantern flies. Oh my God. They're dripping honeydew thing. I'm putting it on my channel. They're dripping honeydew everywhere. I've got what they do is they suck the sap out of these hardwood trees and then basically they poop out the excrement and it looks like it rained on everything and then it causes mold. Just such a hassle. Such a hassle. Oh my gosh. I've been waiting to do saltwater. I'm telling you, you should. I hear a lot of people say that. I like it. R&B says, I want to do saltwater tank, but I need to wait until I move. So what she was doing, and I don't want to say her name in case she doesn't want to be known, but she had it in a 40-gallon breeder. That 40-gallon breeder now that I'm using as a quarantine tank. And she had corals and safe coral fish using RODI water. She was adding back in minerals. So she gave me her whole testing kit, everything. Mine, I don't put anything in my tank that I can't test for, so I wasn't adding minerals in because I don't test for that. Oh, I think I'm reading a super sticker. Hold please. It's not colorful on here. I miss the color. I want to go back inside, but they're making such a noise. But I'm so grateful. Super sticker $4.99 from Kaler's Aquatics and Exotics. Shiva the dog saying, good job while raising his sons up. Yeah. Thank you very much, Bob. Due to politics, nature's fish from wild to hobby. I can't stand politics. Next, Tom says, try again. Oh, yes, Tom, try it here. Because I can't. But I could pick it up for somebody. There's a free corner tank would make a nice saltwater tank. That is so true. That I was thinking discus, but what is that? Like a 50-gallon corner tank? Free if you're in the south area of Pennsylvania. I get if I didn't have one working arm, and John didn't have a broken back, so he won't be able to help me. Yeah. So I know, Bob, I know you have saltwater tanks. Who else has saltwater tanks in here? I know a couple people do. I got to go back all the way to the beginning. Huh. Oh, I can't. That's 15 minutes into it. Yikes. I thought this was a premiere. Nice, degenerate. I go, fooled you, but normally I am sitting here talking live while I'm showing the video. But my sink has been backed up for 2 weeks, which means I can't change the water in the kitchen, put it in buckets and carry it outside. One hand, let me tell you what a mess that is. Ugh. So I'm very grateful that my brother-in-law came over, but normally I wouldn't allow anybody over Sunday night at 7 o'clock. Video, audio, good. Thank you. You could tell I went backwards. Yay. But who got tanks here? Because when you go to the store, I am curious. Do you have a quarantine set up, like just a spare saltwater tank set up? I don't know why I think it's such more of a big deal than setting up a freshwater tank. Probably because I could set up a freshwater tank, throw in a sponge filter that has been seeded in a tank that's got a lot of bio in it, and know that it's cycled, or know that it's safe for fish. So I can't do that without live rock and I don't know. Maybe I just don't know enough about it. Bob, last one had a ton of pods. He's eating. Okay, we're talking about the mandarin. So all the fish, because she brought it over piecemeal, buckets of fish, buckets of live rock, which I threw air stones in, buckets of like tools and stuff. And then she brought over the 40-gallon breeder. So while she was bringing everything over, making room for the 40-gallon, or when I say making room for the 40-gallon breeder, I think it looks nice there, but it's in front of a window. And I didn't want to put her fish in there because I didn't have time to test it yet. So I threw the live rock in there. I threw some damsels in there. That would be fine. And all the fish I put in nano tank. So my nano tank is on extremely high bio load, extremely high. Yeah, it doesn't work so much with saltwater, does it? No. So what do people do? I'm terrible. I plop and pray. Oh my gosh, I lost, what did I lose? Almost the whole tank. It was, got a fish and it looked very healthy, but it had velvet or it created velvet or caused velvet. My video is very sketchy. I know because I'm outside on an iPad that's probably 15 years old. I'm going to see if they're done inside. Because if they're done inside, I can go inside. If not done inside, I know when I was walking out, I heard them cursing and yelling. So let's see how this works. I got to make sure my volume, I'm going to mute it while I walk in the house so I don't get feedback. Okay, so now, oh, I got to turn this off. Can you hear me? Can you hear me now? Click, click, click. I think they're done. I'm not positive. Let's see. I think they're done. I don't see anybody. I don't hear anybody. My sink is empty of water. So let me see if I can show you a big picture of where we're at. Turn this on. I always get these warnings when I turn on that camera. I don't know why. There we go. No, that's still. Is that this one? Okay. Yikes. There we go. So here's what my room looks like now. And now I'm back. I'm just sitting in front of my computer, so I can put all the phones down out of my hands. So that is where I put the quarantine tank. Oh, I forgot about Sophie. And there's my saltwater tank, and there's my freshwater tank. I had to move all my plants over here, so I got 4 rows of plants. Let's see if we can see the plants. It's a big mess. I say it's a big mess. That's me. I don't want to say it's a big mess and point to me. So these are my Hoya collection. Basically, I have a couple of Sansevieria. Oh, well, it's not called Sansevieria anymore. But they're all cramped together over there. What are you going to do? It was like so last minute, and I didn't want to say no. Like, just like I don't want to say no to Tom. It's a beautiful corner tank. It comes with a cabinet. And I was thinking discus, and I'm looking around like, first of all, I have one hand. John's still healing from his broken back. I don't even have a corner. I don't have a corner. If anybody's been in my house, they know. So that would make it very, very hard. Don't even miss Sophie. Did you guys hear her? She is so loud. So I put her in her cage thinking she was going to be good and behave. Are you going to behave there, Sophie? Huh? Please behave. You know, I hate to sound like a Debbie Downer, but I'm going to say it anyway. What a cluster F, huh? That's how it feels today. And actually, that's how it's felt putting together my last two videos. I'm going to open the cage. Maybe that'll keep her calm. Hey, baby, I just didn't want you to eat our plumber, okay? Come on out. Okay, so now she's going to come out. Maybe that'll keep her quiet, maybe. Oh, I just got to mount it on the corner of the wall. Right, Lefty? Just like a cabinet. Just, oh, that would be so nice, but then it'd be impossible to clean. I do have, no, I don't have a corner. Because I have a corner cabinet downstairs that has my fish food in it. I've been looking everywhere for just a small, tiny corner to put this cabinet in. I have utilized, not that I'm a hoarder, much, almost like every inch of every piece of this house. And John is not happy about that. Sophie's getting the oh yeah, did you see that? Did you see that? She gave me the stink eye. She raised up her feathers on the top of her head. That's an absolute warning sign to stand back. Right, Sophie? Ay, ay, ay. That tank sounds so cool, though. Look, they call Sam. What? Your plants are looking beautiful. Thank you. Well, a honeydew I was talking about, you can call it honey poo, whatever. Those Chinese lantern flies are killing me. It's covering. If you go out and look at my pond and all the rock around it, it looks like it's raining. That's how much crap is everywhere. Well, over in the corner, I built a little greenhouse without plastic, Sophie, for my house plants. They're all covered in it. I'm gonna try some pistachios. My baby. Oh, who's got pistachios? Yes. Am I bribing her? Yes. Did I bribe my children? Yes. I'll try other members. I'm so upset, Tom. I would love that. Because that is, it's not even like, oh, I'll just move that tank over. Oh. And I know, because when it comes time, like let's say my kids move out and I'm going to build my dream fish room with my indoor turtle heaven, and I'm going to want 200 gallons and bigger tanks, and at that point I won't be finding anybody having any of them. And it seems like over the last year so many people have offered me like a 220 gallon, like all these things, and I'm like so I'm hoping if I do good comes around, that that maybe, just maybe, when I have the opportunity, it'll present itself again. Please hit the like button. Thank you. Glad to catch your live stream. Hi, Monica Lynn. I have a break from work. Oh, where are you working at? I love breaks. Isn't that horrible? Gotcha, Muppet. Yeah, Lefty, do you have salt water? I thought a couple people in here had salt water. I love it. So I've got this is a 74-gallon bow front. I've got my nano tank that I won at the Bucks County Aquarium Society. It was like their annual picnic, annual auction, and it was like the big prize, and I won it. Love it. I don't know. I forget how many gallons it is. It's like less than 20 gallons, but it works perfect for the goby and pistol shrimp, or I love the snails. I got all different snails in there, but now the biolode, as you saw. So not only are there two gorgeous black clownfish, two gorgeous black clownfish. The mandarin will probably stay in there because the puffer not trusting them. Or do I do what I did with all of my freshwater tanks? Every time I set up a quarantine tank for my freshwater, it turned into a permanent tank. Every time. And then I had to set up another quarantine tank. So, Bob, how I do saltwater quarantine, I was blessed. This is the perfect scenario. Somebody brought me over a tank, well, that I had room for it, brought me over the tank and brought me over all the live rocks still wet. I threw in air filters until I got it set up. It still had the sand in it, so I didn't care if it was grungy. I did not care at all. I wanted it that way. Then she gave me 3 hang on the back filters that they used filled with like sponges and things. So it was filled. Oh, somebody's drilling something. They're downstairs drilling something. My sink is upstairs. Ay, ay, ay. So, and they were filled with sponges and all kinds of biomedia. So I have those hanging up. Can you see them back there? Let me put up this one. Take me down. So as you can see up here, I've got, maybe not. Here we go. So we got the 3 hang on the backs, this protein skimmer that I can't get settled in yet, and there's sponge filters on the ends that you put that are all chock full of goodness, you know? So that was my favorite way. It was like the perfect scenario. So I'll put this back up here. It was like the perfect scenario to do the quarantine tank. I gotta say that if it doesn't fit in my nano tank, so I kind of use my nano tank like a quarantine tank. Obviously I couldn't do that with the Niger trigger, because if I put the Niger trigger in there, I don't know what would happen to my shrimp. I don't know what would happen to my little tiny goby. So him, we put right in there, and what we had in there at the time was 1 clownfish and the puffer. So I did what you said, I plopped and dropped, take my chance. So that's what sparked my question, you know. And what do people with, like, could you imagine having a reef tank? They have to have a quarantine tank for corals. Even after you dip them, you got to have a quarantine tank, because we're going to ruin thousands of dollars worth of stuff in your tank if you make a mistake. Love the sound of a good drill motor, right, Terry? It's scaring me right now. My sink has been clogged for so long, right? These 2 guys out there, John and his brother-in-law, are working on it. And they're like, what could it be? It's so far down. So I just asked innocently, could it be sand from a fish tank? Question not to ask ever again. I felt like when I was a little kid and my dad caught me putting stuff down the toilet. Oh my God. Me too. Every quarantine tank turns into another tank. I'm glad it's not just me. Exactly, Monica. So now I'm wondering, should I just keep that set up? That doesn't look so bad, right? Now it is in front of an east-facing window that gets the most sun out of all my windows. So, yeah. Here's what I was kind of thinking. I don't know if you can see. I'm going to pull this tank back up again. Here's what I was thinking. You tell me what you think. So, up here, I don't know if you can see, but up here is the windowsill. If I can put a piece of wood or a cart, anything that comes straight out, and it'd be like this 2 inches over this lid, so this would still be able to open, it would shield almost all of the sun. But in my head, that would just look nasty. It's like it would look nasty unless the shelf would be able to hold some of my Hoyas. If it was able to hold some of my plant collection, that would be different. And I got so much more plants because, that's what I was telling you, is like outside in that little corner where I put all my house plants that I almost killed over the winter from lack of water, lack of attention. I'm a horrible plant mom. That it was covered in honeydew. But the good news is what I saw is when it rained, it washed right off. So I think if I just hand wash every leaf gently with maybe just a tad bit of Dawn, it'll work out just great. That's what I'm thinking. That is what I'm thinking. Expensive snack. Not brave enough for saltwater with the perimeters issues. if you don't keep it topped off all the painful critters you have to worry about. Oh, you think so? The thing I like about salt water is that when it evaporates, the water only is evaporating. So the salt didn't evaporate, so I can just put water in the tank when I'm topping it off, and I check the saline and it's still good. So the salt stays behind. Oh boy, they're gonna start yelling at each other now. What marine quarantine tank concerns do you have? Okay, here's one of my biggest concerns. How do you set one up? If you get live rock, is that enough? Like, how do you, like, I don't know. Can it be a 20-gallon? Like, can you, like, I guess, probably because I don't know. I know the nitrogen cycle inside and out for fresh water. Is it different for salt water? It's got to be different, right? And can I take a sponge filter that's seeded in fresh water, put it in salt water, and expect the bacteria to stay alive? I'm thinking probably not. I'm thinking they have their own special bacteria that's saltwater friendly, correct? Correct me if I'm wrong. I started with a tank 40 years ago, and yeah, time I started quarantine tank, it became a regular tank. 32 tanks later. Thank you. I am so happy that I am not alone. That was Eduardo. Eduardo. Did I say that right? Eduardo. Eduardo. I can't. Oh my gosh, I got like marbles in my mouth. So yeah, I really like that quarantine tank, and I like it there. I just don't like that it's in front of my best window for sun in the whole house. It's the best. The only other, so that's southern, it raises in the east, that's southern exposure. So that's southern exposure. So it's my prime window. This window over here, that's southern exposure, is blocked by a house. Not one sunlight ray comes into my house from that window. I get the morning sun in the front. I get morning, afternoon, and evening sun here. And in the back, I don't get anything because of all the houses behind me. So, and then I have nothing on the northern side, which wouldn't be very good anyway. But so that's the only thing that's maybe snaking the pipes. Oh yes, they went to Home Depot and rented a super duper snake because John snaked it, what, 10 feet, nothing. He brings over this 100-foot snake, and that's what all the noise was. It was so much banging, and he was talking to John down in the basement, not with phones, but with old school way, you know. Which is why I had to go outside. So there's Sophie. Sophie, I wish you would just step up. I wish you would just step up, baby. Come here, step up. I would love that. Twice since I moved her cage over here, while she was flying around, she got confused because usually she flies in a big circle and lands back at her tree. She got confused and didn't know where to land, and she landed on me. I was in heaven. I was in Sophie heaven, let me tell you. She trusted me enough to land on me. So instead of ruining that trust, I brought her back to where her safe spot was. So that is so cool. If she could just do that on call, I would be so happy. Like, come here, Sophie. And she would come. Yeah, you baby. That would be so cool. So she's out here now. Because I love my Sophie. I love my Sophie. Oh, baby. You drinking water? You are so beautiful. So beautiful, girl. See that? I love the way they drink. And then when she's taking a bath, she just sticks her whole head in. She doesn't like moving water yet. Yeah, she's 6 years old now. Oh, I love Sophie. Yeah, girl. She's so amazing. She really does enhance my life more than not. Oops. What are you guys oopsing? I gotta keep going. I had 2 saltwater tanks 11 years ago. Once I got my 210 gallon for the discus, I gifted the saltwater tank to science teacher at my school. That's pretty cool. And that's what she does. She has axolotl babies, probably about 25 of them. And she's not as particular as me. Like, I gave them to the fish stores. I sold them to some people. And actually, I gave 3 of them to people as well. But she won't sell them without doing a whole interview, like home check. I'm like, you're crazy, girl. But yeah, it's that she's got chicken, she's got quail. She just got quails and started a whole quail group. So she's got her hands full too. You're not wrong. Oh, I like that you guys think it'll be perfect. We all know you'd end up reinforcing it and putting more tanks on top. Oh, Lefty. That's phenomenal. If I make a stand around the 40 gallon with a stand on top of it, my idea was just to bust through the window and make a little like greenhouse out the window, like those windows that are greenhouses, like a bay window. If I knew how to do it and put a bay window there, oh my gosh, it would be like greenhouse heaven. It would be greenhouse heaven. The only thing that would be better is that if that was fresh water, so that I could water the plants with that water all the time, that would be awesome. Going out for the final tree check of the day. Oh, I'm telling you, these, I don't know if you guys live in an area where these lantern flies are, and they come from China. Oh, I can't, and they're so invasive. And if you're told you got to kill them, but you can't leave them behind because I think they're toxic to dogs, maybe animals. So I like, so you got to pick up a smush. I'm just so sick of them. Yes, the same cycle, but marine bacteria. Okay, beneficial bacteria. So I know it's going to turn into a real tank, but right now it is a quarantine tank. And because it came with live rock, because I went to buy some live rock, very expensive. I'm like, I don't remember it being that expensive when I got all the rock for this tank. And that's only some of it. Because remember, I had that bristleworm in my tank that was like 12 feet long when it was stretched out. And somehow or another, it disappeared into that rock at night. And I caught it by accident because something was going on. And I flipped on the light and I saw it. And I was like, what the hell is that? And whoop, gone. Never saw it, but I knew it lived in there. Do not like that. No, the bacteria is different for salt water. That's what I thought. So, but when I did test this after putting the rock in, turning on the filter, ammonia was at 0. Nitrates was at 0. Nitrates was at about 5 parts per million. So I knew it was good. I knew it was cycling. It was good. So I put the damsels in. Sorry, damsels. I just put them in and said, let's hope. And now I'm going to bring over one fish at a time because I don't know. I just don't know enough. If it works like freshwater, then yeah, I can't bring all those fish and put them over because it's only got this much beneficial bacteria and I need this much. So I'm going to keep building up. I'll probably bring over the cleaner wrasse. I'll bring him over. I'll probably bring over the 2 black clownfish. Bring over, this tank is going to look amazing. For a 40-gallon breeder, I guess I never thought. I thought I had to have a special tank. Everybody's telling me the bacteria is different. Oh my gosh, what time is it? Oh my gosh, 10 minutes till Bob's live stream. That's Kaler's Aquatics and Exotics. It's got an amazing panel. People, do you 20 long or 10-gallon tank as a quarantine tank? Well, I guess if the fish is small enough, I could set up a 20-gallon tank and take that rock out, put it in the 20-gallon tank. Now that I have 3 hang in the backs and all that live rock, I could probably start a smaller. Oh, but then I'd have to set up another 20-gallon. I see where this is going. Hello, Grumpy Mike. Who's Grumpy Mike? Oh, Mike's not grumpy, is he? I don't know. My only concern about getting live rock and sand is what could be in them. I lived it. It was horrible. Horrible experience. And if you dip it or treat it, it's not a live rock anymore. So you might as well And that's kind of like the old school fish cycle that could take 6 to 8 weeks. Is just get the rock, clean rock, dead rock, whatever you call it. Thank you, Kenny. Is it working?
No, not yet. We're still working on it.
We're still working on it.
Good job.
But, and then starting your own cycle. That's what I'm thinking. I might do that with a 20-gallon. See, I'm already starting to set up another tank. What is wrong with me? What is wrong with me? I believe a 29-gallon would be the best size for a quarantine saltwater. Oh, Eduardo, I like that. I like that. I strongly suggest you use Fritz's Fast Start to cycle it. Now, Fritz Fast Start, I've used Fritz for freshwater. Is it the same? So I guess it's a Fritz Fast Start for saltwater. I'm guessing, because I don't look too much for saltwater products because I have so much when I got the tank that I've got, I think, everything I need. Did you see Kenny? Did you say hello? Kenny walked right by you and didn't even say hello. Sophie, he doesn't understand the rules. Everybody who enters this house must pay homage to Sophie, or she screams. All my quarantine tanks turn into full-time tanks. See? You are her safe place. Oh my gosh. Let me tell you, I almost cried. I was so happy. I was so happy. Whoa, 503 super chat, $4.99 from 503 Aquatics. How are the axolotls? The axolotls are doing great. So right now I have the small babies in a 40-gallon and the teenagers are in a 20-gallon long. So I'm going to move the teenagers over to the 40-gallon, the smaller ones from the second batch over to the 20-gallon and let the teenagers be in the 40-gallon. But I think the whole bottom row of my wall of 40-gallon breeders is all going to be axolotls. I'm going to turn them all, because that bottom row stays nice and cool, 62 degrees all the time. I don't even have to cool it. Even in this weather, I don't have to cool it, which is amazing. So that means I'll have to set up 2 different tanks for my Burchardies. I have another for my multifasciatas. And the last one is easy. It's just fry from outside, like trying to grab it and bring the fry inside before they all die. Like every year I wait too long and it gets too hot or too this, and I tend to lose all my fry. So now when there's some fry, I just bring them in. So those I can move over to another tank, freshwater tank. So that will give me 5 tanks, so I can keep 2 or 3 in each one, I think. And I have a fish store that will take some of my leucistics. Well, not take them, but I'm going to trade for some frozen food, which is what I'm always in need of, frozen food. Augmented my original saltwater tank with Fritz. Okay. But live beneficial bacteria from the local fish store was my main culture. Oh, what did they give you, a live rock? Did they give you sponges that they have sitting around in saltwater tanks? I'm curious, Bob. It's like I never did. Hey, with Lumpy Dog in the house. Lumpy Dog and Bob. Let me tell you something. I got 6 minutes. Don't go away. I have to get something. What? Don't bite me, Sophie. I'm your safe place, remember. Don't bite me. Don't bite me. Okay. That's the problem with this. Look what I have. Okay. I'm a nut job. I got this Rush perishable insulated box. I got 2 of them. So these fish, the blue parrotfish, which Bob Steenfott called them hillbilly goldfish. Yes, he did. Made me laugh, actually. It's got an actual styrofoam box. I was so afraid that if I tried to make one myself that it was never going to happen. So I got 2 insulated boxes. So your fish will be going out Tuesday, because it'll take me Monday to get up, the nerve and get all that stuff going, because I'm a little whack job. Yeah, 2 boxes, blue parrotfish, coming your way next week. Let me know if you're not, Sophie, let me know if you're not going to be home, and I'll postpone it, but all goes well. Little bugger. We'll be shipping out Tuesday. I was watching Sophie and Susie instead of the chat. Hope you're all well. It's so funny. Look at everybody saying hi. I'm so happy. Well, better late than never. Is that you, Larry D? Is that Larry D? I picked up live rock at the beach. So I'm thinking I would be just as afraid as that because I don't know what's on it. I don't know enough about saltwater parasites, saltwater critters like I do freshwater. But I'm learning. They have a marine version. Okay, I'm going to try some. Fritz Turbo Start has different fresh and saltwater products. Okay. I'm going to try some and test it to see if it's actually helping the cycle or being cycled. I think that would be good. Sophie said ring the bell. Thank you, Zen. Did you ring the bell? Did you ring the bell, girl? I wish you could just step up. I wish you could just step up. If I went like this to say step up, she would probably bite me because she's scared. Because I got this light on, I got the cameras everywhere, and she doesn't mind the cameras as much as a microphone. The microphone she kind of like wants to attack every time. Oh, where's Bob? Bob, you still here? I think you might have left. I got a new video coming out because I have adopted a new baby. I'm so excited. A northern blue-tongued skink. Oh yeah. Sapphire might have a mate. Might have a mate. So right now he's in quarantine. I don't know if he's a he. I got to find out. But I am so excited. I got an amazing deal. I'm so happy to be able to take care of 2 blue-tongued skinks now, both northern. I'm excited. I can't wait for you guys to see that video coming out. Exactly why I did not put in a tank, just home decor. No, exactly why I did not put it in a tank, just home decor. I think I missed part of that, Anthony. Oh! TurboStar has 2 different. I picked up live rock. Oh, okay. That's from when you picked up it. Oh, I gotcha. And then how long did you watch it? I'm thinking about that would be a good idea to put that there and then like put in a GoPro so you could see, at night because the things come out at night. My friend Salty Reef says that he buys live rock that is pest-free at Q Aquatics. Oh, that's for me. Oh, okay. Salty Reef. I'll have to ask him. Pest-free. How do you guarantee pest-free? That's a very good question. But I'm very happy to be quarantining these and not just plopping and losing my puffer because I treasure that puffer. I treasure all the fish in that tank, and I would be horrified. Or did I tell you which one didn't make it? The horseshoe crab. So I don't know why he died at the first night, but I gave him to the puffer to enjoy. So it didn't go to waste. I feel horrible, but double-edged sword, So we're going to be heading over to Bob Kaler's. Thank you guys for the super chats. I think I had 2 super chats tonight. 503 and Bob Kaler. And if I missed anybody, I'm so sorry because I was outside and I'm so sorry it was a rocky start. Oh no, Bob Kaler's was a super sticker, $4.99. Thank you. And it was a rough start, but that's okay. I'm happy that I was able to keep going and that I'm still happy that my fish or my sink might get cleaned up. Yay! Is that Kenny? Hey, Kenny. Look at that. Hey, Kenny, you're just in time for my ending. Let's all head over to Kaler's Aquatics right after this.
Hey everybody, it's Susie Q and I'm here to show you just what I do. I have a passion for fish and exotics too, so come along with me, it's Susie Q. Hey everybody, it's Susie Q and I'm here to show you just what I do. I got a passion for fish and exotics too, so come along with me, it's Susie Q. Hey everybody, it's Susie Q and I'm here to show you just what I do. I have a passion for fish and exotics too, so come along with me, it's Susie Q. Hey everybody is Susie Q. Hey, everybody is Susie Q. Na na, hey, everybody is Susie Q. So come along with me. Said I'm Susie Q.